Today with Maggie Hartman, who is one of the organizers and event coordinators for an event coming up in April at the Lawrence Technological University in Southfield. It's called the LTU Expo or LTUX, and it is a celebration of gaming of all kinds, really, computer gaming, console gaming, tabletop gaming. LTU has a very robust game design and game software development program, and those students are behind this event. So Maggie, tell us a little bit about LTUX and what's going to be happening on Saturday, April 27th.
Yeah. Like you said, it is a big celebration of like all forms of gaming, as well as just like kind of geek and nerd culture, everything that kind of like goes into there. So we will have, it's really a big showcase for local artists and dealers come in and sell their work. We have local game devs as well as student game devs who will be showcasing all the projects that they've been working on, and attendees will have the chance to like play these games that all of these local groups have been making. We're having an arcade come in, sponsored by Psychic Drive. So we'll have an arcade room, tabletop gaming rooms. We have like cosplay contests set up, just a bunch of events all like celebrating this, like I said, geek and nerd culture, video games, gaming in general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have the list of activities here, and it's going to be literally all over campus. There's the Artist Alley and Dealer's Den. That's in the Buell Building atrium. That is the building that houses the LTU bookstore, cafeteria, and also the business school. So it's kind of like a student center or a student union, but also more than that. And last year, I know you pretty much took over that building, right?
Yes, and honestly, it's still like expanded in that building, because as we've expanded the event from last year, we're getting our numbers back up, trying to just keep just pumping more things into this event to make it as enjoyable and exciting for everyone who attends. But we've had like our game demo rooms are moving into that building. So basically the entire, I think, first floor of the Buell building is completely filled with all the events that we'll have going.
Okay, so and people will get hands-on opportunities to play these games, right, by both the students and the pros?
Yeah, so all these groups that are bringing in their games will have like a demo table set up where they can showcase their game. Attendees can come in and play it, and now everyone who's showcasing they'll get all this feedback from people coming in. I showcased last year as well as running the event, and it was getting the opportunity to like have this many people just come in and play this game that I've been working on for the year was fantastic, and I enjoyed so much like talking to people and seeing people enjoy what I had been working on.
So Lawrence Tech also has an active esports team, and they are sponsoring a Smash Brothers tournament. What is Smash Brothers? I'm not familiar.
Yeah, Smash Brothers is there's a big competitive scene around it. It's a fighting game produced by Nintendo. And yes, the esports team is going to be running like a full tournament that people can sign up for and compete in. That is, I believe, going to be happening in the architecture building. They have a whole designated spot for that tournament to go on. I believe we've also been talking about some other tournaments going. We're still finalizing a few of the details here and there, seeing where the interests lie and who is attending. But yeah, that's, just another thing onto the list of things that will be going on in this event is esports tournaments with all of the other gaming celebrations.
So, and tell me, something new this year is we're going to have a couple of escape rooms, right?
Yes.
Do you know anything about those?
Yes, so it is hosted by, I'm going to double check before I say the wrong thing. I believe it's Novi Escape Games. They are bringing one of their portable escape room trucks that will have a couple rooms set up where you can go in and just play a full like escape room.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the point of all this is to show people that gaming is a business and a big one and a lucrative one, and that there are careers in it, right? So talk a little bit about some of the guest speakers and panels that you're going to have on careers in the industry.
Yeah, absolutely. And yes, it is just showcasing all of the different areas that game design, game development can go into. Because even escape rooms, that is a like physical interactive game that you are playing as you go through this. But yes, we'll be having panels on with some indie devs coming in, talking about their experience in the gaming industry, kind of where the ups and downs, where they've been, how they've gotten to where they are. We also are finalizing some details on like a voice actor panel, and that extends to multiple industries. With gaming, voice acting has become also just this major thing of giving characters life and expression outside of just what you see visually. But then that also extends to other forms of entertainment in movies and TV and all these other media.
Right. Well, I know voice acting has extended the careers and the livelihoods of a lot of actors, especially during the recent actor strike. I'm sure of that. So talk a little bit about your personal involvement with this program here at Lawrence Tech. What attracted you to this industry, and where do you plan on going with it?
So I initially started, I have been playing video games for a really long time. And I always, I've put the hours in. I've enjoyed like all of the time that I've spent playing these games. And it got to a point where it was, I enjoy this so much, I want to have some sort of hand in it. And so as I started looking around, I found LTU in their game design program, which, eventually I applied and got in. And my experience with the program has not only just kind of elevated the passion that I have for working on these games and my excitement to just like keep making new projects and seeing, like I said, seeing people's reaction to the projects that I've been making has been the most like inspiring and motivating thing. But I have, I graduated this past spring from the game design program, and now for this year, I've been working with LTU in their Unreal incubator, working with Unreal Engine to produce my own game with another student. So we'll also be showcasing that game at LTU. We're excited for. And going forward, I want to keep working on games. The student that I'm working with, Anthony Schooley, we're planning on starting our own studio and going from there.
Cool. I know you were still just thinking about that the last time I talked to you a few months ago, but it looks like you've made the decision now.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we have just enjoyed our time working together and all the experiences we've had through it, and just want to keep going with it and see where it takes us.
All right. So talk a little bit about Unreal Engine and Epic Games, about sort of LTU's relationship with them and the kinds of things that that Unreal Engine is used for. And it's not just video games, right?
Yeah, again, this is another thing that extends to just so many industries. Film is a big one that it's really gone into. I know recently the newest Matrix movie, and I believe a few of the new Star Wars shows or movies have used Unreal Engine to make their sets and their like work on the post-processing for a lot of these films. Mm-hmm. So it's extended there. I know there are specific Unreal Engine tools for architecture and automotive design, and all of these, it really branches out into just all of these visual mediums.
Yeah, I know. I've talked to LTU game design graduates when they come back to campus for events, and some of them are working for game design studios and are very happy to be doing so. But others are working for the car companies, or one I remember working for the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago, which is not something that I would have anticipated. But they're using video game technology for training, corporate training. There's a lot of that going around too.
That's corporate training. You can build a simulation in a game engine to have people run through scenarios and test out things that otherwise you wouldn't be able to just like take a guess at. You can get like some sort of exposure to these scenarios before you actually see them in the real world.
Yeah. The big thing about the gaming industry to me these days is that computing power and speed has evolved to the point where the backgrounds and environments for video games can pass for real, and in some ways more real than real. That's why it's being used in the movie industry, the TV industry, because it's a heck of a lot cheaper to build something in Unreal Engine than it is to create these huge sets and dress them and have props and all of that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's definitely just this level of like you said, realism and kind of immersion that can be built in this space that just as technology has progressed has gotten just so much better and so much like so much more detail can be put in, so much more just attention to everything going on.
And they all have their devotees. And I know our esports team has, essentially expert players playing any one of about a half a dozen video games. And LTU is giving these people partial scholarships, to come here and play video games as though they were playing basketball or football or something.
So getting back to your LTUX event, what's the dates on that? And is it open to the public? And is it free or what?
Yes, so it is Saturday, April 27th. It's from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's completely open to the public and entry is free. There's no like barring entry costs to attend like the full event itself. And that's really, we want to just have everybody from the area come in and just celebrate all of these artists and developers and just everything that really goes into this community.
But I did want to mention before we wrap up here that there are arcade games, old-fashioned stand-up arcade games available for public play for free. And that's courtesy of an LTU alumni-owned business called Psychic Drive that rents out arcade video games for people's events and whatnot. So they've been kind enough to make that donation to LTUX. Now, Maggie, tell us what's the website if people want more information on this event?
Yeah. All the information as well as dates, ways to contact us, it can all be found at LTUExpo.com. And that is, yeah, like I said, all the contact forms. We're still accepting applications for vendors, sponsors, or if you are interested in attending and want to run like a panel and talk about things at the event, we're still accepting applications for all those.